Step 1, 2, 3. Come on, bud. Come here. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Texas. Today I'm out here just trying to get a little practice in shooting. It's been a while since I shot my pistol, and I'm gonna do some warm-up stuff, may run through a few drills. I really want to go over the basics of drawing a pistol, whether that's from concealment or from a duty type holster. The principles are going to be the same. There's going to be some minor changes in how you manipulate your garments or holster or whatever else you're doing in the process. I know this video has been made a lot in the past. It's been a while since I've seen one come across my feed, so I wanted to make something fresh that could maybe come up in the algorithm, and that those who are new to concealed carry, those who are trying to get into self-protection and being responsible citizens, could have a reference to. So these are going to be the basics of the draw, and when you speed the draw up, it may not look exactly like this. However, if you practice each of these steps in isolation and start putting them together as you master your fundamentals and you master how you hold the gun when you're prepared to shoot, these steps are all going to amalgamate into how you get the pistol out of your holster and on target safely. This is nothing new. I didn't invent this, but this is going to be the basic 4-step draw, and I'm going to do a couple shots isolating every single bit, and then I'm going to speed up, and you're going to see where I start melding some together, or if I start outrunning my headlights and see where I'm going too fast, where I need to slow down or practice isolating in the future. All right, steps of the draw. It's going to be a 4-step count. Step 1 is going to be clearing your cover garment and building your master grip on the pistol. So for that, in a concealed carry, wearing appendix, that's going to be grabbing your garment, grabbing your shirt, pulling it up high and out of the way, and then driving your hand down on the pistol. Some people want a full firing grip. Some kind of crab claw with their thumb on the back sight. It's kind of up to you. I like this rear sight approach. If you're in a duty context or wearing outside the waistband holster and you don't have cover garments to clear, think about if you might, because there's different times where the weather, it's cold or it's wet, and you have jackets that get in the way. So try to build in that idea of clearing things out of the way and building your master grip. And a master grip does not necessarily mean the full grip that I am ready to start shooting with, but a grip where I have full mastery of this gun. If I have my thumb on this rear sight and I have my fingers wrapped all the way around, pulling it into the meat of my hand, that is a master grip, and I am in control of this. Whenever I'm ready to shoot, that thumb is right out of the way. Or should even in an emergency situation I have to shoot, you can shoot with your thumb on the back of the slide. You're not going to cycle, you're going to have to do some sort of malfunction clearing, but you can still get a shot off. And always start isolating that first step. Clear the cover garment, get a hand on the pistol. Clear the cover garment, get a hand on the pistol. And there's multiple ways to do that. You can do that just one-handed and kind of claw underneath. Sometimes you're wearing weird stuff. Surface area and leverage is how you grab things. So it's always helpful to try and put both hands on, whether you get an edge on it or you're just touching the front of the shirt, but get surface area and get leverage, grip, to pull things out of the way. Then put your hand down and grab a hold of that pistol. So step number 2, once we clear that cover garment and get a hand on our pistol that we are comfortable with, a good master grip, then we are going to draw all the way back. And for this, we want to be driving our elbow up and high. We can continue holding this or whatever, and we're going to meet our hands up here as high as we can up on our pectorals. So from here, you could start shooting. If you are in an entanglement situation, if you have a guy on you right here that you are trying to keep away, you can start shooting from here. And if you build this anchor point where the meat of your hand is up high on your pectoral towards your nipple, that elbow is getting pointed back, you know where that gun is pointed within about 3-4 yards in front of you. So again, Gonna step 1, clear the cover garment, get a master grip. Step 2, come back, index right here, and we're gonna mate our hands on the gun if that's appropriate. So from here, from this high index, with both hands on the gun or one hand on the gun, depending on what this hand has to be doing otherwise, we're going to drive straight out and pick up the sights. So from this pectoral, we're gonna mate, hands straight out, picking up the sights. Okay? So what that's gonna do for you, driving straight out, one, you get to track your sights or your dot, whatever you have on the gun. You are tracking that, coming straight forward, and you are pushing that gun, and with your index finger, you can even point at what you're attempting to shoot. And then 2, you're not wildly doing anything crazy with the muzzle of the gun, right? A lot of times you'll see on TV or something like that, people have their gun out and they go, police, right? Or they come around a corner and what's going on, right? All of this flailing is wasted movement for 1, and 2, it is pointing the gun unnecessary directions. You are at your high index, already pointed at your threat, your target downrange, and then you push forward and keep that muzzle pointed right at what you want to shoot. You ready for this, bud? No, you just want to play? We'll play. Okay guys, so let's walk through all those again. Step 1, cover garment, grab a master grip on the pistol. Step 2, pull back to that high index, mate both hands together, ready to fire. Step 3, we're gonna punch straight out and put our front sight, put our dot on what we're going to shoot. And then step 4, we're gonna acquire perfect sight picture and we're gonna fire. So, gonna do this dry fire a couple times. Gun is perfectly clear. I'm still pointing it directly at the target, but we're gonna drive out and acquire that dot and make a dry fire shot. All right, I'm gonna count it out every step. So step 1, step 2, see right here my thumb caught the cover garment, so I need to do better at pulling that cover garment away. I'm mating my hands here, punching straight out to the target, putting my dot on the X, and firing. All right, let's do that one more time. We're gonna step 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and even there I have a little bit of a slight wasted movement kind of coming in. A lot of that is the way I learned to follow the dot is I track my front sight, which is a bright color, and I'm tracking that front sight, putting it on, so I'm kind of dropping it in. I need to work on punching more out, right? Do it one more time, dry fire. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna start running through a couple drills where I've just done one shot, and from here, where you at, buddy? Loose, go. All right, so from here, we're gonna start working on reholstering. So you've already watched me do that a couple times, but I'm gonna do it from this appendix carry where people are saying, oh, you're pointing at your junk, but what you're doing, you are putting your pistol back in a safe container. This piece of Kydex is going to cover the trigger guard. It's going to retain the pistol in a way where it is secure and nothing can get to it except for me, right? But along the way, we don't want to muzzle ourselves at all in the process. So, we make our shot. From there, we know that it's safe. Bad guys aren't here anymore. Everything's good to go. So we're going to try and bring everything back in reverse. We want to make sure that we have indexed the gun and we're still in control of it, keeping it in a safe direction. Going to get our cover garment clear out of the way. And then you get to do this nice little pelvic thrust. That way it opens up the end of this holster. You're not pointing it at yourself at all. And I'm doing it really exaggerated right now. You don't always have to. Some people are built different. And from there, we're going to take the end of our muzzle. We're going to come all the way back and point it right there at the edge of the holster. And push down, knowing that everything's clear in the holster and there's nothing to get in the way. You found something? You find something fun? Am I boring you? I know, buddy. We're gonna play, I promise. This is going to be really similar from a duty holster type perspective. So you're going to want to make sure everything is clear and out of the way. Want to make sure everything's safe around you. And theoretically, if you're a police officer, military, things could always pop up around you, especially if you've pulled your gun out. So you don't want to spend a lot of time staring at your holster and screwing around, especially if you got vest, plates, ammo, jacket, whatever else going on. But take a half second, make sure it's clear. And then even from there, you can first check with your thumb, feel where that holster would be, make sure everything's clear around it. You're holding everything up and out of the way, and then clearly slide that around while you're doing that kind of bump to keep you from pointing at yourself, okay? So, we're out on target, done shooting. Come back to this index, clear the cover garment, and cover back up, and we're good to go. Okay, everyone, we're gonna go through a couple shots. Shooting at this BE-8 I printed off from SlyTac. Brian Valise, great guy, great instructor. Took a low light class with him a couple of years ago. So let's get loaded up and get ready to start going through that. We're just gonna do a draw, one fire. Draw and one shot, draw and fire. We're gonna do a couple shots, just slow, walking through every single step, and then I'm gonna put myself on a timer with a par time of 3 seconds. Let's see what happens. All right. How's it going, Boos? You good? Okay. Holster. All right. I'll count out the steps on this next one. So we're going to do step 1, 2, 3, 4. I rushed that trigger pull. All right, let's try it again. Gonna step 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time, going slow. All right, step 1, 2, 3. See, look at that. Nice bullseye there. All right, let's throw on timer. See how that goes for us. We have a par time of 3 seconds. See what happens. Stand by. Still got an 8 ring. Let's do it again. Stand by. No, bullseye there. Alrighty. Hey, Boos, come. Come. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming along with Caboose and I out here on this range day. Once again, I didn't invent this. These steps have been handed down or explained multiple times, multiple ways. Back whenever I was first watching YouTube, getting into concealed carry, even before that, learning concealed carry aspects from competition shooters, I knew this is all things that I've been building and learning forever. No, this is not a unique video. Plenty of other people have made this video, but I'm making it because I haven't seen it pop up in a while, and I want to make sure those of you who are getting into this can find the information you need. Practice this at home. Practice this dry fire. If you have a range that allows you to draw, practice, do it slowly, safely, and build up to it. The last thing you want in a defensive encounter is to have to be fishing through your shirt as you're getting a gun out, or be trying to get something out, get a gun out whenever you need it right then and there. Go through the steps and understand your count. the faster you go, as you saw me going through faster. I was maybe not hitting that index all the way up, but I know how to get there should I be doing something and need it. Another thing too is I am very comfortable and aware of where my hands need to end up to see my dot. So I may be bringing the gun straight up to it instead of high index and out as well. But those foundations of getting the gun out and building to where my sight picture needs to be are what allowed me to start knowing how to cut that corner and get the gun directly where it needs to go. And even as I'm doing that, I am in control of the gun all the way up and out. Once again, I appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate you watching the video. Please hit those like, share, subscribe buttons, all those things. You can find me on Instagram if you want to not see me post anything really. Same with YouTube here. And I really just appreciate your support. Appreciate you watching this video, and put something in the comments down below if you got anything out of it. If this is new to you and you haven't heard this, or if you just got your concealed carry or are curious about carrying concealed so that you can protect yourself in public and you found this video helpful, please let me know. I always say, read your Bible, go shoot your gun, shoot your bow, exercise your rights. Remember that your rights don't come from the government. The Bill of Rights is to prevent the government from taking things away from you. So be suspicious of your government. It's healthy. Wanting to be in control of your life, your destiny, and your future is in your best interest and not something to be afraid of. Stay safe out there. Remember, go, kill, and eat. Thanks, guys. Oh, so you like laying in the mud? You know, you're so dirty. I had to clean you up before I go anywhere this afternoon. All right, let's go play.